Live. Thank you very much. Just give me just a split second as I'm gonna set this up over YouTube. I thank everybody who's already tuning in. I greatly appreciate that. But we're gonna get to the XRP technical analysis first, and we'll talk about some other things. But it's firmly gonna fall on the XRP technical analysis here, and you'll see exactly why as we go through this. It's following the trajectory very well. So now we just need to see if we have any follow through, if we have any buyers that can help push us up, and if we have the proper liquidity here. We'll talk about all of that. We'll talk about the volume profile as well, and see if any added volume was able to come in on this further move down. We anticipated this yesterday, so anybody who was here during the live, John Hall, welcome in. 6, thank you so much for the donation here to start, and thank you for all the comments on the YouTube videos. It means a lot of knowledge being dropped. T.I. welcome in. Mark Harris welcome in. I greatly appreciate you tuning in. But we have a lot of opportunity here. Crypto Scrooge welcome in. Wow, a lot of people here already. You found this very quickly today. Trading with J-Ride, appreciate you. I finally figured out to put it out like a half hour before I'm going to start and just have it sitting there and then go live, so kind of everybody can kind of see when I'm going to go live. Infamous, welcome in. All right, I have everything set up now, everybody. That was incredibly generous of you all to be patient. Now I'll be able to see on my phone and also through my tablet, but sometimes the comments come in. Nelly, what's going on? One of the most famous mods in the house. Love seeing that. Anthony, welcome in. I cannot thank you enough for being here. One of the longtime viewers here. The realest of the real. Driver, welcome in. Adi, good evening. T.I. received a notification today. Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. Driver, day off today, can make it. That's awesome. Anthony, I'm doing pretty good, my friend. I hope you're doing well. So, let me get this started here. Anthony Venegas, welcome in. Richard Williams, hello, my friend. Shane, welcome in. Blank Properties, welcome in. Tony, yours truly, good evening. John Sampson, welcome in. Big XLM fan in the house right there. We'll be talking about XLM today too, John. Making us look good though, isn't it, right now? Joshua, welcome in. Nick, thank you for you to man. Wow, how many people are here already? 62 people here already. I cannot thank you enough. 40 likes, that's crazy. Bonjour, K-Pox, welcome in. Marvin Johnson, thank you very much. Joshua, good to see you too, my friend. So good evening. 6:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, July 24th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Mark, welcome in, my friend. So what we're looking at here is, as we know from yesterday, the day before, the big thing, Codazer, welcome in. Sup, my friend. The big thing was on yesterday's live, but specifically the day before as well. We talked about the breakdown. We were getting rejected here, and I'll go back to the 1 hour time frame. We were going back. We were about to have a death cross yesterday in this formation here in the 1 hour time frame. We knew we had to come up to 75 cents for rejection. We got that. And live on the air, we started breaking down. Well, about 2 hours after I got off the air yesterday, we had a nice move down. It's that simple. I came on about 10:30, 11 o'clock last night, did a minute and 30 seconds and just warned everybody. This is about to happen. We're about to finish off this 10% drop. And then we're going to see. This is, hold on, let me just say. RPS, welcome in. Miss Vicky, welcome in, love. So awesome to see you in the house. Who I'll say niche again like Tom anytime. I appreciate that. What can I say? That's become a very cool thing. I'm SR Cold Rooms, welcome in from Australia. We got Aman in as well. Thank you for that as well. It's the man, the legend, Tom, the baddest CA on the net. Appreciate you, my brother. I can't thank you enough for that intro. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody. I think I got everybody. I try to do a good job staying with everybody. I'm glad to see you as well, Miss Vicky. I'm great to see everybody. Trading with J-Rod feels like gold is about to do something. It sure does. We'll talk about gold a little bit here. B2 gold we've got at $3.58 right now on average. $2,222. Joshua, welcome in. Well, man, I'm doing pretty good, my friend. I'm doing pretty good. So, XRP had this move. So, in the 1 hour, let me switch it to the 1 hour. Thank you. Whoever said we're in the 45, thank you. So, XRP here. We had this death cross yesterday. It was imminent happening yesterday. Yesterday was about to happen. We first called for the first 10% drop roughly from 77 cents down to the 71 or 72 cent area. A lot of people thought the double bottom was going to happen here, influencer wise, and I showed every reason why yesterday it was not going to hold up there. And a lot of people took my word for it. I know that. A lot of people have a lot of faith in what I do. So what ended up happening is I tried to show it wasn't a double bottom here. It couldn't be, because we already had one, and here, where was it at? We already had an area here. We had 1, 2, but if you go back farther right here, we already had another bottom if we were going to try to use it, so it doesn't make any sense. So now we broke through. Now what's going to happen? This is standard operating procedure, folks. We're going to come up and we're going to need to reject probably at 725. It'll get everybody excited here in the 1 hour if we break through, and then we'll more than likely just have a small retest up. It's not even that far. It's just up here to this area. And then we should, unless this is where the reversal takes place, it still looks like to me we have to come down to the 673 at minimum. And I've said it all along. I don't know if it's going to be 673 or it's going to be the 65. I want it to be 673, and I'll show you why. The 2 hour time frame is the support here. This would confirm a short-term pattern hold after a breakthrough in the weekly time frame, which we still have to pay attention to this because we don't know how far down this correction is. But we have a golden cross now, as we know, in the past several days in the weekly. And the importance of this is we haven't had that happen since November of 2020, and a lot of people like proof. I circled it so it can be easy and transparent. Right here is the last time we had a golden cross. So now, Frederick, no problem. There's nothing I like more than sharing knowledge. And I like doing it for free so that everybody can see it, so that nobody has any excuses. We all are on the same page. Rod Evening, welcome in from Phoenix, Arizona, bringing lots of heat. Oh, I bet you are. You're bringing the heat, my friend, and I greatly appreciate it. And if you're just tuning in, make sure to hit that like button. As I'm not checking to see how many people are watching. I don't care how many people are watching. I just care if the right people find me and are commenting. But if you're watching, make sure you hit that like button. And if you want to show support, join Tom's Army and or send a YouTube super chat. Otherwise, I don't do paid advertisement, paid promotions, or paid sponsorships of any kind. All my information is my own. So you don't have to worry about me, sending some information. Jay Silver, welcome in. From Northeast Ohio, just my brother from the South, welcome in. Frederick, welcome in. Good day to you, my friend. Joshua, 115, holy hell. Little too hot for my blood. White Tiger, good evening. Lieutenant, I love it. Thank you for appreciating my honesty and my technical analysis. I don't know what else I would do if I didn't have this audience, I'll be honest. And just for the record, thank you, everybody. We went over 17,000 subscribers late last night. And I don't know what's going on, because today we're already up to 17,095, which means we picked up over 90 subscribers today. And it's blowing me away. I'm being blown away, literally. My goal for the end of the year was 17,500 when we started 2023. We're about to be at 17,100. We're still in July. So so thank you all. So let's get back to this 1 hour time frame. So we've seen the weekly golden cross. I showed you the evidence, first time since November of 2020. Now we came through. We had a death cross here. It was pending last night. Thank you, TI, for saying it's just the beginning. Hey, Tom, if you have time, is it okay if you show us XDC money? Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll be doing XDC. I've got a beautiful chart for XDC that'll make it very easy for everybody to see. Joshua, 115. Wow, there is 112 people here right now. 78 likes. Make sure to hit that like button. I greatly appreciate that. Infamous, glad to catch another amazing live. I'm glad you're in here. 913, man, what's the lowest level of support for XRP? Well, that's what we're going over right now. Just hang tight. This is exactly what we're talking about. Sean Crothers, my main man from Maine, welcome in. Greatly appreciate you tuning in as well. Mod in the house, one of the longest standing mods, may I add. Looks like we got 2 mods in the house. Franco, welcome in from Miami. AZ Marine, it sure is getting exciting. Sana, welcome in. No, you did not miss anything. What we're showing right now. So Sana, we had this breakdown. Yes, it's Grand Canyon, Arizona. Have a good afternoon, crazy Miss. Thank you for what you do. I learn something new each time I watch your videos. Thank you, Willie. I greatly appreciate that. I try my hardest. I really do. Lee Tenant, has anybody ever heard that our crypto bill has been passed? Yes! I've been hearing about this, that a crypto bill was being passed in the UK. I've heard speculation that it has been passed, but I don't know because I don't live in the UK. I was hoping somebody would mention it. Mitchell, welcome in from the UK. Jason, good evening. Mitchell, I appreciate that. Mitchell loves the show. I greatly appreciate that. So, we had this bearish cross, everybody, or the death cross. So now the technical target through this breakdown, we wanted to come down to 673. The 673 would offer us the biggest chance, not the only chance, but the big chance. It's a double bottom from the swing high up here to 9.3, I think it was 937. Swing high of 937. We had a swing low down here, 673. Lots of folks from Arizona today, and indeed, Joshua, it's incredible. Lee, it actually got passed. Well, that is some big breaking news. That's some big breaking news out of the UK. I'll be doing a search on that. Thank you for that. So it looks like the UK has passed the crypto bill. That's incredible news. Few people from the UK in the house right now. So now we're getting rejected on the 20-day. It's either going to happen here, or if this is still bearish at this level, we should get a 729 rejection. And then ultimately, I want to see a double bottom on the 673. It doesn't necessarily need to go there where it's at, but I want this horizontal support. I want that to be the bull flag created. But if you look at it, what looks like the bigger or wider or the more realistic bull flag, it's more likely going to come from this range. I know it. We all think we all can understand this. I'm praying for a 673 so that we don't have to go this route. But if we go this route, it will establish new support. And it'll be right at that 65-cent base. A lot of liquidity there. There's a lot of liquidity there. And this would allow us to bounce out pretty parabolically. And if we do come down to the 675, or I mean the 65 cents, I have no problem drawing this bull flag with the entirety of that wick now. Because we would have fulfilled this entire move. And this would be a pretty darn good move out of here. It would probably still move out of here, because you'd come down here, you'd probably ride this pattern and then have a spike out. But we'll just do it from here. But we're getting all the, so it gets you to about 115. If we do this properly, even if it comes down to 65 cents is where it actually looks like it wants to go. Does anybody else see this? I want to say 67, but my heart and gut is saying 65. If we break 65, you don't want that. Wow, 6, welcome in, or not 6, TI, Portugal in the house. You are international. Yes, I've noticed a lot more countries viewing into my Telegram or my program now, and I greatly appreciate that so greatly. Nelly Crypto Lulu did a piece on the UK crypto legislation, Justin. Heck yeah! Thank you, Nelly. Thank you for sharing that. So anybody who's trying to find that news, Crypto Lulu, can take a search on YouTube and try to find that. Well, we'll go to that as well. We'll go to that news as well. Digger Golden Shovel, welcome in. I greatly appreciate you. How many? 127 people in here. 96 likes. Make sure to hit that like button. Help continue pushing us through the algorithm, but you're all doing a fantastic job. Honestly, fantastic job. Marvin, welcome in. And I know I talk to everybody, but that's just something I do. So it's going to get very difficult the more people that get in here. But I'm very good at doing it. Yes, 6, all different countries indeed. But you know what? It's because of people like you in the comments on videos that make people think. You know, it helps have a more tight-knit community and more people are contributing in the comments. But I've noticed you as of late commenting a lot. Blank Properties, 90 to 100 new followers a day is 32,850 to 36,500 within 12 months. I don't like to look at it that way, Blank. I'm blessed for the day of. You know, we went from... I started the year and we were just over, what, 11,000? I don't even know. It's just remarkable. I just appreciate everybody. TIXP Millionaire. We all choose the right mentor. Yes, indeed. It's all about who you trust and put your faith in, too. But at least we have a proven track record around here, selling in 2021 at $1.66 after a 47-cent average, and now we're at 3.46 average, buying back late 2022, early 2023. But we have a whole myriad. We can go into HBAR. Who said that? 33 beats. We'll go into HBAR. We will, I promise. 4050 Fitness, you've been nailing that, TA. I greatly appreciate that. I do my best. I do my best. Mr. Vacnan, Gilbert, Arizona, only 115 degrees there. Whew. Tanya, no, you didn't miss much, but man, it is hot over there. Welcome in, love. Tanya, no, the only thing that's happening right now, Joshua, thanks for the $4.99 donation. Seriously, thank you so much. I never expect anybody to donate their hard-earned money, so it always catches me off guard, but thank you so much for that. If anybody wants to show their support, you can always join Tom's Army if you want to join the cause. So we're getting rejected here, either here or the 726. And yes, like Miss Vicky said, hit that like button. It's free. Dr. Pat Ride, automated market makers will destroy our... Yes, they will. And I don't know if anybody's seen the legislation that Joe Biden is talking about, but he wants to tax your unrealized PMI, or your unrealized... like your unrealized potential, like what you've earned on unrealized gains is what I'm trying to say. He's trying to figure out a way to tax your unrealized gains. Imagine that. We're up 95% on XRP and he wants to tax your gains and then it goes 60% down. So now what? Sheena, welcome in, love. Hit that like button. Indeed. Indeed. So the most logical spot everybody keeps asking. And then we'll look at a few other different charts. We'll look at HBAR. We'll take a look at XDC first. Then we got a lot of news to talk about as well. Like there's a lot of news too. Franco, boss, what do you think about Caspa? I don't mind Caspa. It's not really in my view right now, if I'm being honest. There's so much more I've got to focus on, you know, for me personally with my portfolio. Although it is getting cheaper and cheaper. Felix, the tax unrealized gain is like actively discouraging. It is. It is like actively discouraging hope, and it's a bunch of positivity, Tom. It's a bunch of malarkey. Hell, it's 2 a.m. in Bahrain. Wow, thank you for tuning in all the way from out there. Wow. Man, oh man. Do I know anything about XRP Cash, or that's not a real project? Honestly, I don't know much about XRP Cash, to be honest with you. Yeah, FOMC meeting on Wednesday is going to tell us a lot for sure. Dr. Pat, Casper, Rob, distraction from Cash. Yes! I'm glad you said that. If you're going to... CSPR is where it's at. That's what we're doing on FOMO Fridays right now. Jen A. McDonald, welcome in. Long time. Really appreciate that. Now, I don't know about 1 million followers by the end of the bull run, blank. I'm just happy where we're at. Just pushed over 17,000 yesterday. Fifth wave, White Tiger. We're trying to figure out where the fifth wave would come from, though, for anybody who uses the waves. Or uses the wick-off accumulation. We're trying to figure that out. Right now, with what I'm seeing, it could be 673. It could. I mean, we basically came down there now. So, could we say that this is technically a bottom already? I don't know. But I think 673 would have gave us a good shot. But, remember we said we were coming down to the 200-day support in the 2 hour? That's where we were trying to get our support. And what did we do? We came exactly down there. So if we're not going to have another death cross here in the 2 hour of farther time frame, we're going to have to hold somewhere in here. Otherwise, here's the danger of this. Let's say we come past 65 cents. We come straight through. This is the problem for anybody who's a fan of XRP. The big problem here is if we come straight through and we hit 613, that's the broadening wedge. This is the broadening wedge. It's fine. You can have a quick wick, but if you come and get rejected in this area, it's getting very dicey on this bull flag. You can't come down much farther. Like, we can't come down to here and try to say, oh, this would be a bull flag too. You know, let's just say, because some people try to fit it to their agenda, so they'll just keep going and be like, oh, well, you know, we can just keep going and make it even farther. But after a while, it's just too far down. It negates and it invalidates the bull flag. So what I'm saying is it's in our best interest to hold that 673, especially where we're at. This would be a good spot, but for a shakeout, like I think is happening, 65 cents, like we said from the very beginning, would probably be where it's at. And if we actually look at this in the 4 hour, that 200-day support is quickly coming up, and I dare say, ooh, this looks like it's forming this J hook here. If it breaks here, and if it okay guys, if it invalidates the bull flag, that same move up to $1.15 is going to have to be down, and that would probably bring us down to under 20 cents if we had a big catastrophic breakdown. But to me though, what are we actually seeing here? Like, are we deterred? Do we understand what we're seeing in the formation? Like, are we deterred right now with XRP? I wouldn't be. I'm not. Now, everybody's talking the lower levels. 585 right here is the pattern double top breakout. So you could have, if you break below the 613, then you have the formation breakout, which in the area we're in, it's coming down into that 55 cent area. But this is the short term. This is such a short term overview. Like, we could look at the longer pattern and we know exactly how this happened. Remember when we circled this, when we first broke out of this? For anybody who's not new, for anybody who's here for a while, no, Matt, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying if we had a catastrophic breakdown, that could be a target out of there. I'm not saying it's a guarantee. What I am saying, though, is you have to look at the targets on both sides. Matt, why would it? The ultimate shakeout. The ultimate shakeout. They're always trying to get people to sell XRP, period. The biggest distraction we have is everybody telling everybody XRP is going to 25,000, 15,000. It's going to $6 by the end of the year, $50 by early 2024 because of the Ripple IPO. No. We should just be happy. We bought at 346, and right now, even where it's at, we're up substantially. We're still one bagged where we're at. And that's not even the point. We're nowhere near where we need to go with XRP. We did the buying and selling in 2021 and not buying back into crypto until early 2020 or late 2022 for a reason. This is the time where you start to make a stand. But in this all-time formation here, we circled it. We knew where it was coming. It was just a matter of how quick could it happen. We speculated. And it came out, broke out, and then it made the technical target run up. This is the all-time pattern in the short term here. This is coming back from September of 2021. So, ready, guys. If we get rejected here, a lot of people say, well, how could we go all the way down? Well, think about it. Think about it. This is the downtrending resistance. Ready? September 21, lower low. November 2021, lower low. All the way out here in July of 2023. That's consistency forming a lower low here. So it's in our best interest, if we don't want to fall through here, to break out. And right now I'm going to show you another compelling reason why I think we're more bullish than bearish despite it all. If we break out of this, folks, just think about it. If this does do this and break out, you've got a much larger move. It should come all the way up to here, but you're ultimately going to not just retest this. If you could get over here and hold $1.13, that's when you can start coming up. But we could be very early on this still, so it's all speculation. So with the current formation, XRP, if we look in the daily, this is what gives me the most hope. How many people stuck around? 137 people, 123 likes. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. So a lot of people are hearing the word today. At least the message on what's going on with XRP. So I'll ride the waves till the big dollar actually rushes in. Diamond Hands isn't just saying. No, it isn't, Dr. Pat, especially if you find it where you want it. Saying, are you saying I should wait for the dip and purchase more if I want them? If I want more tokens? That's up to your interpretation. I just know when XRP's up, I use it the time to buy other tokens that haven't made these parabolic spikes yet. So right now on FOMO Fridays, we're focused on Casper. The last 9 weeks, we were focused on HBAR. We've already filled up XRP, XLM, XDC, VeChain, DGB, ZIL. So now HBAR, Casper's the next one on deck. We have to do algo still. So we take the time when XRP's running up to fill other ISO and IoT tokens. So with XRP, the volume right now is in the daily. We've got 202 million in the daily on the rise up. And then we had 172 million. On the breakdown, we've had 27 million, 21 million, 36 million. Is this reeking of an overwhelming amount of volume that satisfies the push up, or are we having a decrease in volume? This candle has a little bit more, But the point is we're decreasing as we go along. If we look at this, we have a very bearish. And once we break out of this, it's going to be interesting if it comes in a positive direction. So just pay attention to that volume profile. Now, that's XRP. They could shake out up to the 50-cent level. Above 50 cents are new. Yep, sure is. But we have to watch on Wednesday for the FOMC meeting. That's going to tell us a lot, everybody. That's really going to tell us a lot. So now with XDC, and then we got to get into this news. There's a lot of news to talk about with XRP. But I promised a quick look at XDC and then HBAR. So XDC, and I put out an update earlier, and it looks weird, but we're either forming a broadening wedge pattern or a falling channel. Either ones are can be typical bullish reversals from the support. So support one, resistance, support, resistance, support. Now the question is because we have a resistance, support, support, support. Are we going to have the resistance here on the channel, or are we going to come up to the broadening wedge, which is up to about 622? We already had one hit right here on resistance on the channel to confirm it if it does break down. And either way, we just want to know where the proper level is. That's it. I just want to know the proper level. And I can say it's turning into a wedge, or there's another thing we could say, and I know this is what a lot of you will probably say. Open it up for speculation if you want. But I'm just trying to see from a broader base before it was starting to make some of the broader moves exactly what's going on. I had people tell me this as well. Tom, it could happen. It could, but I prefer to show it the other way. So this is what we're looking at for XDC. If we get rejected here on the channel, we would have to come all the way back down here, assuming we lose the 2-hour support at the 505 roughly. And that would bring it down to 44.5. If we get on top of 575, we should be coming up here to come up to the third hit on the broadening wedge. We've already proved a broadening wedge. Even if it doesn't do anything else in this pattern, it's already proven. And that's a big W reversal there. So if it does come up, which looks like a bull flag in the 1 hourly, this could come up here. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes to 625. But we'll see if this falling channel area, if that is actually a rejection point, that'll be interesting. We've already got it mapped out either way, so it's good to stay ahead. HBAR, for who was asking in the audience, this is not the right. Oh, yes, it is actually. This was probably the one. Yeah. So HBAR is stuck within a lot of resistance here. We started this, what I think is the inverted head and shoulders, and the fact it's following it almost identically would suggest that we're probably in this inverted head and shoulders part of the pattern. We were able to buy 10,054 tokens of HBAR as a community on FOMO Fridays. Over 9 weeks, it cost us $500, but we got 10,054 HBAR at an average of about 5.2, I believe it was. We bought it from right here, sometime in May over here, and then we bought it straight down and back through, and then had a nice run after we stopped buying now. But it's come back down to consolidation. And now, if we want to hold, you don't want to come back through the 497. We've got a lot of pattern formations that we're running in between from before. We've created what I love. It's my favorite pattern of old converging patterns. I call it the inside-out wedge. I taught myself technical analysis, so that's what it becomes. So now you have this wedge that's formed. Ready? Resistance, support, resistance. See how it works? It forms it itself. So it can happen from converging patterns. So I drew this inverted head and shoulders to see if this is what was happening. This support right here could be tapped. And then if it does happen, we should fulfill this target up here, 6.4. And you can see we're getting very, very close because we need to get a breakthrough here of 6.15. Otherwise, this pattern could start coming back down and test lower support. But that's just my projection if it wasn't inverted head and shoulders. And it just so happens to be playing up kind of like that now, as you can see. So if you're a fan of HBAR, we've got some possibility here. Got what looks like an inverted left arm, inverted head. This looks like an inverted right arm is trying to form in this area. There's no guarantee here, but it really looks like 1, 2, and here. So if it does, that would be a prototypical boom, boom, boom. Then you'd have to come up. Now, if you hold this, that's how you, this is what I'd be looking for. That's how you get these parabolic spikes. And HBAR is overdue. It's been a long, hard road for HBAR. We are having a bearish cross in the 4 hourly, so we're going to want to show some support and not lose that 200 day. If we do, if you look at the weekly, there is some more room because we got rejected here, so it could be coming to further support. Thank you very much. So that's HBAR. And then XLM, I suppose we should take a look at that as well because it's tied to the hip with XRP. We'll look at Bitcoin as well. Then we got to get to the news. Then we got to get to the news before, before it gets takes terribly long. Were we to go back to 58 on weekly, we can make an inverse head and shoulder. Yes, we could. We could absolutely make an inverse head and shoulder on the weekly. It could happen a little bit. It doesn't necessarily have to come to 58, but that would be a good area for it to hit. Or 58 would be a decent spot. This is what I'm projecting as being formed with XLM. It only looks better now today. Yesterday it looked stupid because I was guessing, but today it's starting to come together now. We look like we're starting a descending triangle. These are bullish reversals if it holds the formation. So I think this is what's starting to form with XLM. We came through this short-term uptrend, which now if you were to even try to make a run, you could get rejected here to prove it. But we've already started this bear flag. 4 hourly looks bearish. 1 hourly doesn't look great, as we're about to complete the death cross XRP did. So this should bring us down here. I think we're coming down to the 12 cent area in the due process here. I think we are, so just be prepared. Be prepared. You could be looking, not could. You should be looking. We have this death cross about to happen. Remember we talked about this yesterday, the impending death cross on XRP. I mean, this could bring you down pretty far. Now, we have one saving grace here if you want to see it, is that technically we might be able to hold a short-term uptrend. Maybe it won't be so bad. Oh, no, it's going to be bad. Never mind. We're looking at a pretty big drop here for XLM. Oh, crap. I deleted my formation. I suppose you could do that. Okay, you know what? We shouldn't just rule it out and say we're just going to go right down to the bottom level. We can't rule that out. We can't rule that out because that's a little bit of a consolidation and a push up. So we can't technically rule this out. Fine, we'll just use it like this. That's fine. But I'm still looking at the 12 cents. So that's what I'm looking at. It looks like we're forming... Man, I still like the fact that we could say it's forming a downtrend here as well. So we'll just see. We'll just see. This is very similar to the XRP pattern. And then with XRP, this is what we're looking at if you're just tuning in. We have 146 people in here still. Wow. Sometimes it's just 148 people, 149 likes. Like, that is unbelievable that everybody hits the like button. I don't even know what to say. With XRP, if you're just tuning in, we're looking for this pattern to fill out. And yes, 58 cents is right here. This is the pattern double top breakout. So it technically could happen. Non-disclosure, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We all help each other. That's how we make it go round. Help a brother out, hit the like button. He's the only one doing this, or should I say the best? That's why you're here. Yes, 40 to 50 fitness. I do. And I do a lot of updates, and I do live every day. But I believe everybody deserves this. Brunchy in the house. Happy to see that there are more smart people watching the legendary CRP Future Million, or XRP Future Billionaire. Tom, thank you so much, Brunchy. Welcome in, my friend. You're a longtime supporter. So we're looking to see, is the 2 hour support going to hold, or is this going to push us down? It almost looks like to me 65 cents. Is it even going to be avoidable? At this point, is it going to be avoidable? We don't have any kind of bounce back here yet. So I think it's going to play out like that. And then if this does that, we're going to run out here, and then it should break out around 673 if we do this. And then, like I said, if we break down, you would have to have that same move. So just remember, write this somewhere just in case we did this and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, we rejected. That's how you get to this level. And this actually, believe it or not, if you go, and I'm not saying this is happening, but believe it or not, if it does happen, this is, look at this area. Look how perfect that is. 2020 uptrend, or 2021 uptrend, 2017 uptrend. But that would put us to the 2017 uptrend if we did break through. Those are the all-time patterns, which if some people are like, well, the all-time pattern doesn't matter. Well, I would say, yes, it does, because the all-time pattern is what perfectly predicted, and let me move this because I drew over it, perfectly predicted, and we circled it, this targeted breakout and where the move would be on the first rejection. It perfectly predicted that move. Perfectly. It's the downtrend from 2021 in September. One hit, lower low, lower low, lower low. You could do it from back here, as I've stated before, if we want to show that actually how far it's gone. But I didn't want to do that because I said, you know what, we're going to start after the V-shaped recovery. And I like to do things like that because then it's actually the short-term trend for the last 2 years. Now, if you go back, look farther than the V-shaped recovery, then you got to go back to August. I would just want to see where did we go at in the first resistance after the V-shaped recovery. That's all I care about. Because this is telling me we need to break this lower low, resistance, 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 lower low one, or lower low. All right, fine. Resistance, lower low, lower low, lower low. This is the 4th time now in the weekly we've hit this downtrending resistance. So if we break this, this is going to be a huge pump. I'm telling you, this is still a bull flag in the weekly. Look at that thing. We're just looking for the shakeout. We're having the shakeout before the breakout. That's a massive bull flag. So pattern formation dictated this in the weekly and the all-time pattern. And then if you go to the short-time pattern, hey, have a good night, Tanya. Sweet dreams, love. I know it's getting late there. I apologize. I'm glad you were able to tune in, though. It really means a lot to me you tuned in. So we're not going to give the hopes up, though. We're going to show this as if we're going to make a parabolic bounce out of here. What the hell was this one at? I don't even know which one this one was. I don't know. I'm just deleting that. That's in the way until I figure it out. So that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at a hold at 673, even if we break down, because it looks like we want to come down to 65. I don't know if we're going to be able to avoid that. We could also come down, like I said, the 585 would be the pattern double top breakout. In the weekly, we look fantastic. We have a golden cross. We're correcting. We need liquidity. If we're going to continue this move and this positive momentum, we need liquidity. I can't put it any more simple than that. But now we have a few things as we learn from our holders, crypto UK. If there's anybody from the UK, I know we had some people in here that talked about in the beginning of this, what happened in the UK? If there's anybody here still. So this is other news too. Ripple ruling in crypto ETFs drove a lot of urgency among lawmakers, reportedly says Coinbase CEO. Johnny, what passed today in the UK? Did they pass that crypto law? I'll read that. I'll let this thing read.
Ripple ruling in crypto ETFs drove a lot of urgency among lawmakers, reportedly says Coinbase CEO. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong has reportedly said United States lawmakers have a renewed focus on regulatory clarity in the crypto space following talks with key officials. According to a July 24th Axios report, Armstrong met with U.S. lawmakers on July 20th ahead of discussions and votes on pieces of legislation aimed at providing regulatory clarity on digital assets.
Everybody, I'm going to spark up my cannabis. I'm in a little pain with my back and these injuries, so I'm going to light my cannabis up because I don't want to end this yet.
The Coinbase CEO reportedly said the Securities and Exchange Commission's (SEC) lawsuit against Ripple, in which a court said the XRP token largely did not qualify as a security, drove a lot of urgency among members of Congress. Representative Patrick McHenry is very much committed to getting legislation, said Armstrong. Maxine Waters is looking at it deeply. As far as I can tell, I think the Ripple case drove a lot of urgency. Same with these Bitcoin ETF filings that we've been seeing recently from BlackRock, Fidelity, and major financial services firms. There are several draft bills on crypto and blockchain currently being discussed in the House of Representatives and Senate, including the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, Responsible Financial Innovation Act, Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act, and Digital Asset Market Structure Bill. According to Armstrong, the SEC v. Ripple ruling was creating optimism that shouldn't be underestimated, pushing lawmakers to consider a legislative path forward rather than relying on court decisions.
Now what the hell is this? How dare it advertise during what we were watching? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So let's see, we were down to, so Coinbase faces its own lawsuit from the SEC, which charged the crypto exchange for alleged violations of securities laws in June following a March Wells notice. Many Coinbase executives have publicly pushed back against the allegations and claimed the commission was operating on a regulation by enforcement approach to crypto. JW, I love you too, my friend. Long time supporter in the house. Been a part of Tom's Army for a very long time as well. In May, Coinbase announced that it planned to organize a July 19th stand for Crypto Day in Washington, D.C., seemingly a rally or protest aimed at persuading members of Congress to support crypto-friendly policies. Though Armstrong was in the nation's capital city at roughly the same time, the lack of related activity on Coinbase social media channels suggests the event may not have occurred or was a different approach than had been hinted. So let's see if we can find the crypto, or the UK crypto bill, because we don't hear shit in the USA. Yep, I know about that as well with the crypto. I'm just going to say UK crypto, see what happens. Trying to figure this out for my friends in the UK, but I'm in the USA in the great state of Michigan. And now it makes sense. It makes sense why Ripple seeks regulatory nod, applies for crypto license in UK. We can go into this again for anybody who didn't see the story when we talked about it yesterday. I've only talked about it once, but that makes perfect sense now. King signs off on Bill Royal Ascent. Next big time frame for them is 8/29. Bill Royal Ascent. Okay, so UK Bill. I could be a complete idiot, but you know, I like to do this on the fly with everybody so you can see just how stupid I am. Bill Royal What the hell is this? UN expert. Crypto? I can't get nothing here. Like I said, it's so hard to get your guys' news here. That's why when I share UK stuff, you should be appreciative and all that stuff. JW, I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that your father passed away 1 month ago today. Be saying a prayer for you. Say a little prayer for JW. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and amen. For your father, JW, on a safe crossing and going home to the promised land to his father. Being welcomed back into the kingdom to give you some comfort. Sorry to hear that, though. Hopefully it was a peaceful passing. You're one of my favorites out there, as you know. TBV, think it was that. I know there was talking about regulating crypto advertising. Okay. UK. Now we're getting somewhere. UK regulating crypto advertising. Because nobody says we can't search this together. We went through the charts for so long, we might as well look to see what the hell is going on. JW, and traveling the last few weeks, trying to keep with you is awesome. I really appreciate that, JW. I'm glad that you're staying checked in and you're keeping us updated. Oh, here we go. Crypto meme 6 days ago could soon be regulated in the UK. So something must have come farther in the UK, the crypto UK stuff. Crypto UK. Okay, so let's we know Ripple, so let's first talk about, I got that off the net, Tom. A UK bill giving regulators the power to supervise crypto and stablecoins was approved by King Charles. What the hell? Do you have the how did you find it? That's what we need. That's what I need. So King Charles, UK bill giving regulators the power to supervise. I wonder if I can. Thank you very much, Joe Blow, for doing that. So King Charles passes bill to give regulators. King Charles. We'll just say King Charles regulates crypto and see what happens. I'll find it after. I'll share this after. So it would just be UK crypto regulations. That's what we tried doing, but it's not giving me anything. But we'll get out of this. We'll get out of this. I'll look at this at my own time. I just want to thank everybody for giving me some of this information from the UK. So I'll look at this at my own time. So, but what we have with Ripple, where's this at? If you didn't see this yesterday, this is big news. Ripple seeks regulatory nod, applies for crypto license in the UK. So if you didn't see this yesterday, this was big news. It may not be happening as quick as we want in the USA, but around the world, make no mistake about it, there is a lot of stuff going on. But it's not going to close that. I guess not. So after securing a major legal triumph against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, we don't care about any of this. So Ripple moved to apply for registration with the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, and seek a payment institutional license in Ireland. Further underscores the company's commitment to responsibly navigating and embracing the regulatory landscape. Recently, a judge in the United States ruled in favor of Ripple, stating that the company's sale of cryptocurrency XP do not qualify as investment contracts. This was a significant success for Ripple. So Ripple setting sights on Europe. So if you haven't heard this, just listen to this real quick. Then we'll take another look at the chart, see what XRP is doing as we approach the close in 26 minutes. Considering the UK government's progressive approach to cryptocurrency regulation, the company's strategic focus is on the European region and is no surprise. Despite continued regulatory obstacles in the US, Ripple remains dedicated to extending its operation in the UK and Europe. Young confirmed that the company's growth plans remain intact in the region and hiring efforts are underway for crucial positions. Unlike some countries, the UK has set itself apart by categorizing cryptocurrencies as distinct from gambling and demonstrating a willingness to develop reasonable and compliant regulations for the crypto industry. Over 100 of its approximately 900 personnel stationed in offices in London, Dublin, and Reykjavik, Iceland. Ripple is cementing its position as a prominent player in the region's flourishing crypto industry. Despite Ripple's global hub remaining in the U.S., most of the company's expansion has occurred outside the country over the last 2 years. And this is big. We've been losing a lot of the Ripple expansion in the U.S. because of all this nonsense. JW just wanted, I'm good, love you, TFAM. Just wanted to let you know why I've been back-to-back on comments trying to catch up. Oh, no problem, JW, no problem at all. Kyle, good evening, my friend. Good evening, Charles. There's a reason why XRP and Coinbase were in London this year. I think they know they're going to start the electronic records bill. I think goes up in UK. Oh, man, in September, that would make sense. Henry, make him a mod, and he can send a link. And oh, yeah, Crypto Scrooge. What am I doing? Yeah, I thought you were a mod. Oh, man. Sorry, Crypto Scrooge. I swear I thought you were a mod before. So Crypto Solo Scrooge is a mod. He also has a station on YouTube. He's been in this channel since I started the station with such a little amount of viewers. He's Crypto Solo Scrooge. He talks about Sologenic, Corium, XRP, the XRP Ledger, and all these connections, but mostly Solo. He's just passed 500 subscribers on YouTube himself, so that's an incredible honor. So, despite Ripple's global hub remaining in the U.S., most of the company's expansion has occurred outside the country over the last 2 years. Its presence spans over 15 offices worldwide and delivering innovative crypto solutions in more than 50 countries, including Asia Pacific, APAC, and Europe, Middle East, and Africa, EMEA. As Ripple seeks to fortify its foothold in the UK and Ireland, the regulatory support and conductive environment provided by the FCA and other institutions play a pivotal role in the driving the company expansion strategy. So, good news all around here, folks. Now, if we go back to the charts, 40 to 50 fitness, 2 more years, Tom. Yeah, I think 2028 is the big year. I mean, that's 5 years away, but 2025 is the start. 2028 is when the last bank and or financial institution would have to be compliant with the ISO messaging system. Richard, thank you for tuning in and sharing your condolences for JW's father. Terry missed the start, so going back. Absolutely, I think that's an incredible idea. Fato ESA, how high do you think XRP will go? We'll talk about this in the short term. Mo, thanks for the $4.99 donation. That was incredibly generous. 119 people still sticking around. That is awesome. 187 likes, that's a record. I've never had 187 likes in a single stream before. Wow, let's see if we can get to 200 and set a record. Thanks, Tom. It wasn't an article. It just said it on the note by one essay. Yeah, excellent catch, Crypto Scrooge. Excellent catch. Oh, well, let me click it from the screen. Damn it. It's all right. Everybody else can click that. I'll click it on my side, on the side. So XRP, if you're tuning in for the charts, XRP, in the weekly, we've had the bullish cross. First one since November of 2020. But in the 1 hour time frame here, if we're looking at the immediate short term, first target right now, what we should be looking at is we should get a move high enough to get either break back into this region or we'll get the proper rejection. Yes, you could get a rejection at 708, but if you're going to drop and break through the 200-day support in the 2 hour time frame, it would be more likely that you would come up here and get the further rejection and further support of more buyers or more people that might attempt to go long up here so you can liquidate them. See, a lot of people will get excited if you break over the 20-day here in the 2 hour. And then especially if you have a quick wick up over this, let's say we go to 73 cents, you might get some people longing it to back up to the top of this target. And then the market just uses the fake J hook, as I like to call it. True, I'd be fine with 2 more years if it was between 50 to 100 right now. But it's so fucking long. I really expected more price action after the lawsuit. It's not over yet, though. The lawsuit's not over. The lawsuit's still fully in function. The institutional investors are what we desire. Just because retail and programmable sales were ruled not securities and or investment contracts, we need the institutional side of it. That's where the real money comes out. Oh, Crypto Solo Scrooge, no problem. How many subscribers do you have today, out of curiosity? I think the last I seen when I checked was 508 or 506, somewhere in there. So, hey, JW, thank you so much for the $5. You did not have to do that. I am eternally grateful that this audience sends their hard-earned money to support me. It's truly a blessing. Humanoid, hi, how are you? It's always good to see you. Watching you from a United Arab Emirates. Awesome, Humanoid. I love seeing you in here. I've seen you so many times now from the United Arab Emirates. That is so awesome. Fato watching from Holland. Thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you. So XRP, for us to continue this move up, you got 519 now. Excellent job, Crypto Solo Scrooge. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yes, I'll go to the DXY right after this, I promise. So, I promise, TBV. Yes, my voice is getting a little tired, but we're going to continue pushing here for a little bit longer. Alan, welcome in from Idaho. Wow. Joe, Frax shares whale alert. Ooh. XRP whale alert, is that what we're saying? So if we're looking to create either the horizontal support, and this would be big because the swing high was up to 937, swing low was down to 673. Now I remember what this was. It was the resistance up here. That's what this was, 85 cents. Remember we said eventually we'd remember? And now we're trying to see, did we create a double bottom formation here? Are we going to hold this structure and have a horizontal support and create a bull flag? Or are we going to create what looks like a wider bull flag and have to come down to 65 cents? If we do this properly, it's a 70% move up. This would be a 70% move up if done properly to $1.15. So that's what we're looking at. The weekly or the daily volume supports the fact that this is a typical standard operating consolidation after a parabolic spike up. We had 208 million in the daily in this volume, 172.5 million in this candle. And then over here on the breakdown, 27, 21, 36. We only have 17 minutes left in this candle. This isn't going to get the job done. It could push us down even farther and kind of create in the weekly an inverted head and shoulders as well. Mick, welcome in from Vancouver. I greatly appreciate you. I would appreciate if you did an update on the worldwide viewers. Oh, really? I miss doing that. I didn't know anybody actually liked when I used to do that. I would do an update on the worldwide viewers. I could do that in an update. I could throw those statistics out. I actually really enjoy doing that from the world. It was one of the things I enjoyed doing the most, honestly. That was a way back in the day indeed. Oh, Frax shares whale alert. Interesting. Mick, welcome in from Vancouver, British Columbia. Which price will I buy more XRP? Well, don't judge it based on where I'm going to buy it again. I have an average right now of 346. I bought what I wanted to and then some. And if you are new to the channel, you have to have XRP, XLM, and XDC 1-to-1-to-1. Tokens owned. Not equal weight with dollar amount, but just I own 12,222 tokens of XRP for transparency. I own that in XDC and XLM. I also own DGB. I also own VeChain, ZIL, HBAR. And we're doing FOMO Fridays right now on Casper. So, Jose, welcome in. Aren't you on vacation, my friend? Aren't you on a vacation? And thank you for catching up on all the videos. I want to say you're down on the Mexico side of town for a few weeks, if memory serves correctly. It is a long bull flag. It just depends where you do it. That's why the horizontal. That's what I'm saying. If it's the horizontal support, but it can come down. These can come down. I mean, would it make you feel better if I did it like this in the 2 hour? I know some people it would. I mean, I can do that. Awesome, Jose. See, I paid attention there. Does that make you happy? I was just putting that in there for demonstration purposes for 65 cents. So that's where it looks like it wants to come down a fake J hook. Honestly. This looks like it wants to come here, but we could get a bounce up here, even on a rejection at 728. Oh yeah, and for me, let me get to my point. I have a 346 average. So my buying strategy, because I already have what I want, I buy 20% down from where I bought in as average. As a community, I think we should spare a thought for everyone fighting fires in Greece and surrounding areas. We are the best community in crypto. Yeah, in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. You know, say a little prayer. Pray, Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, to watch over Greece. That's an unbelievable thing that's transpiring. But isn't it funny? Not funny, but isn't it quite ironic how so many places are all of a sudden ablaze? Makes you wonder. I wouldn't, for me personally, if you're not in XRP and you're trying to find a spot to ride, I mean, you got to find if this bull flag holds. Either it's 673 or 65 would be a great shot for this to hold. If it breaks outside of this, I mean, the reason I can't go lower than that on a bull flag, some people are like, oh, you can go lower. Some people say you have to go higher. But a lot of people keep saying you can go lower. You can't. The broadening wedge breakout is 613. 613 is the broadening wedge breakout. So that's already going to overlap another formation, which was the broadening wedge. Humoid, 73,000 XRP, 44,000 XDC, 44. Oh, you've done good enough. You've done your job. You've done your job. Fantastic job, Humaid. Fantastic job. I know it doesn't seem like it now for everybody. Nope, JW, that's why I'm just going to keep between the lines, like you said. Not going to talk about it. Because I got to stay on here. So I stopped talking about everything but crypto. As a lot of you know, I got a week ban some time ago. Started another channel that became partner, but then I stopped after. It's just a backup channel. But it was an incredible week on that channel, wasn't it, everybody? But anyhow, that's what we're looking at here. So I want to ask everybody, what do you think's going to happen? Do you think we're bullish here? Do you think we're going to have a bullish breakout? Or do you think we have to come down farther? Do you think this pattern's over? This is starting to create this little S on the downward spiral. That's technically very bullish when it gets down. We could definitely create a weekly, and we could create this inverted head and shoulders. We've talked about this, everybody. And somebody said it in the comments today, and whoever said that, I don't remember, because there's been, I'll be honest, there's just been so many comments today, I can't remember who everybody's comments. Sometimes it goes, it lumps together. I know everybody, but I don't know who said what now. But somebody mentioned earlier, and drop your name if you're still in here, about the possible inverted head and shoulders that could form in the weekly if we go back to 58 cents. Mark. Yes, Mark, exactly. Jan, welcome in, love. I greatly appreciate you tuning in. Always nice to see you in the house. I swear we've got such a great community here. I started a strategy of getting equal bags, XLM, XDC, trying to get those two up to 30,000 as well. It's more fun with that blend, so something is always... Yes, exactly. So look, XDC's pumping for us when everything else was dumping. Great, we own the same share, or token-wise. It's fantastic. When XRP and XLM both were pumping, XLM was up at one time 110%, XRP 94% at the same time. That was something, wasn't it? And just remember, that's nothing. In a true bull run, you haven't seen it yet. 2021, we didn't even get to experience a real bull run with XRP in the sense of, okay, if you bought at 12 cents, I guess that's not true. If you bought in 2020 in December, you got to experience a real bull run because you could have 15x your money. But if you bought in, we didn't get a real bull run because we never got back to all-time highs. We kind of got like cut in the nuts. Like we got chopped down. Like the grotesques were firmly grasped. And because of the moolah, you know, man, I used to swear a lot more, but I'm trying to be positive and have this happy energy. So I don't like, so basically what happened was we got chopped down before we were ever hit our full potential. And that's why I sold out, because I seen it coming. And then I bought back in 2022, late 2022. This could, I mean, you could come all the way back down here technically. It doesn't need to. I would dare say if this does this properly, man, 65 cents or 67 would make me so happy. That would make me so damn happy. Technically, you could come all the way back down there, though, if we're going to be honest. We don't want to. But 58 cents, yes. 613 is the broadening wedge breakout. But this is forming... What else is this forming? A big cup and handle, folks. I think it supports this move. I think it supports the move. When you have rocket ships trying to abduct our price action, because that's the only rocket ship we're going to get out of XRP for a while, is the one we draw up there. Rising Phoenix, thank you so much for that. I do have a pretty nice personality. You know, I learned the hard way when I was growing up. You know, so it's the way I was raised. And my dad always used to like I love my dad, but you know, it's one of those things. So I had to learn. We all had to learn. But it happens. My parents got divorced when I was 8. So, you know, I was basically, when I was 11, my brother was 9, my sister was 7, and they would stay home with me when I was 11. So, you know, had to start early. Humoid, I appreciate that. I respect you as well, my friend. I respect you because you've been in here so many times and you're contributing in the comments. That's what I respect. If you guys appreciate my work, the greatest gift of all is joining Tom's Army. I'm not asking you to do it. All I'm asking you to do is hit that like button. Guys, we hit a record. I can't even believe it. This is the first time we ever hit 200 likes in the live, while it was live. We've had 200 likes after, you know, a total in the video, but we hit 207 likes. Wow. Wow. I don't know if we passed 165 viewers today, because that was the record for viewers, but I know we passed the record in likes. Wow. It looks like a big cup and handle, but it's even bigger. You know, some people want to go back here, but guess what? I disagree, because that was a V-shaped failed recovery. So you'd need to do it like this. And then if you held this, then yeah. Then you come back up here to retest. But remember what I said, everybody. Once you get on top of $1.13, $1.13 is where if you break and hold, that is how you can switch this from being a bear market rally into going into a full-blown bull market. A full-blown bull market. But right now we're just in a bear market rally. Enjoy it. And let's see if we can get even, you know, have a bigger rally here. But that's a very big cup and handle. Yes, Devin, record indeed. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. Cyrax, nothing but love from Barcelona, Spain. Wow, Welshman from Barcelona. Caught myself awake to see your tea. I greatly appreciate that. And, you know, I think I found a way to make it easier so everybody can see me. About an hour before I start my live, I'll put it on the YouTube so it'll show. It'll show. So then if anybody's scrolling through YouTube, they'll be like, holy crap, and it'll give people a chance to be notified. And, you know, somebody gave me that suggestion a while ago, and it clicked what they were talking about. And today when I use it, I'm like, this is what they were talking about. I'll be darned. But, you know, you live and you learn. So that's what I'm looking at. So isn't that funny that the technical target on a breakout on this bull flag from 67 cents, which could be a breakdown at 65 or 67.3, that would get us to the top of this cup and handle. See, I like confluency. I really do. Everybody knows here, I like confluency. Yeah, White Tiger, 58 cents is what we were talking about to create that inverted head, and the inverted right shoulder could possibly be 58 cents. But look, the one thing we have going for us at 65 cents, and please everybody pay attention to this. We are working on a cup and handle, but this is what I talked about before when we first started moving up. And now everybody can be happy because this was a few days ago when it had no relevance. Now it does. Now it does. Ready? Let me shift this a little bit so it's easier to see. Let me make this full screen. So watch this. This is where it all starts to make sense. And we had to look into the future a little bit here, but this is where it makes sense that we could still be bullish here, ladies and gentlemen. Ready? Massive breakup. And this is where we're seeing, right, the 58 cents. Well, what if we go a little bit farther back? What if we just go a little bit farther back? Instead of looking at the short term, what if we just go a little bit farther back? Right, that's the short term. But what if we, like we said before, what if we go a little bit farther back? Working off the same philosophy of the inverted head and shoulders pattern, drop down from 65, made a parabolic breakout, making the bullish handle on the cup at 65, or, right, 65 is right here. So we would be making the bullish handle on the first level cup on 65. Then you could come up and re-break this high and it would break you over the longer standing. It actually is lining, whoops, it's lining up for a move like this. What the? But it's lining up for to try to finish off this cup and handle and make it bullish. That would be a bullish cup and handle, bullish handle on the cup. I see it. I know it's there. We've been talking about it, but now it's actually playing out. Let's see. How can you sign up to my team? How can you sign up to Tom's Army? Well, everything I give out is free on YouTube. So if you're looking for like added stuff, I don't give out anything added except the fact that you can join the Telegram. And that goes into that just goes out to everybody who's part of Tom's Army so that you can all talk together. I had to do that because so many people joined Tom's Army. I wasn't expecting anybody to really show that kind of support. But, you know, when people are happy making money, not losing money, you know, the pay it forward mentality is a beautiful thing. So, I mean, you can join Tom's Army. It's $9.99 a month, you know, if you want to show the support, but it's not necessary. Bull run 20. I think the big bull run should start in either 2025, at some point mid to late 2025, we should start a bull run. But the ultimate bull run for crypto is 2028, and I'll stand by that. And I say that because, and I'll be in 2028, and I keep saying this, it seems like a long time from now. I'll be 40 in December. I'll only be 44 years old. So I'll be in my mid-40s. And with everything I've been building since 2019, everything I've been building with you guys since early 2021, and then, you know, our plan put into place late 2022 after, everybody knows the story. You know, I think 2028, that's the last year that a financial institution can avoid using SWIFT, and you know, the old HTML service, and you would have to fully be compliant with the ISO. Yes, at 31, 30, man, I am young, I'm 31. Yes, you're very young. You're very young, but it also, you know, you're in your early 30s. You're in a good start right now. You're in the right place. So I think that's how you have to look for it. We're trying to see if we can get a bear market rally and get something more than that here. We are. So we're going to see if that plays out. Crypto Scrooge, I'm glad you joined Tom's Army as well. Got a message pop up saying 25 months, but by accident I clicked out of it and didn't come on. Well, thank you for the 25 months. I know you've been 2 years, because that 589 moon that you're holding, like I put that as the 2-year badge because everybody was talking about $589 at the end of 2023, and I kept saying it would be 58.9 cents, which maybe will be a little bit higher. But I think it's going to be closer to 58.9 cents than $589. Can we all agree on that at least? So 2 years, I appreciate that. 25 months. Mahogany, welcome in. How are you doing? Rising Phoenix, I believe we will see the wealth transfer take place 2023 to do the Shima year-end Jubilee. That is not a coincidence. No, it could very well happen. But I'm saying the parabolic all-or-nothing move that everybody's waiting for, I think it's still going to be a little bit more time. But yeah, we're going to have a big wealth transfer before that. There's no doubt about that. Look what's happening next month. Look what's happening next month. The UK, or let's just say the BRICS nations, are going to try to adopt the gold-backed standard again. The gold-back for petrol as well. So it's going to be interesting. And they've got a lot of nations on board, which means the US dollar is starting to become obsolete. So get good with precious metals, like I've been saying. Hopefully you've been a part of this community and you've been following the strategy. So XRP to hold this, like we've been saying, 673 or 65 cents, as we've been showing, makes perfect sense as well. Nope, doesn't mean we won't. No, that's the thing. I was talking about price action in 2028, but the start of it is already happening. And yes, we're going to see many more financial institutions start to manifest, as you're saying, rising on Phoenix. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Wholeheartedly agree. Pegged to gold, not backed by gold. Yep. No, JW, people I don't think are paying attention. Not most. Thanks, Rising Phoenix. No, a lot of people aren't, but there's some people are. So here, I promised. Who did I promise I'd go see the DXY? Is the one who asked for the DXY still in here? How many people are still left? Wow, we're back to 131. You know, you all bless me. You know that, don't you? Y'all bless me being here. When I said when I started, we'd have, you know, we'd start building something and it would be something that's never been seen before. I didn't know it was going to happen, you know, within 2 years. 2.5 years now. I thought it was going to take a little more time to get to where we're at. Then 3 down and then rocket. Yep. Could be one rough recon. Yo. Trading with J-Ride, $10. A $10 donation you shouldn't have, my friend. I greatly appreciate that. You got the emoji badge in Tom's Army signaling. You've been a member for well over a year now. I know that. Do you think the feds will pause? I'm interested. No. I think Wednesday, I think Wednesday, I'm glad somebody asked. I think on Wednesday, I showed ADA for a reason, everybody. Do you see what's happening here on the daily? Some people like ADA. I'm not a huge fan, but I will show it when some potential forms. We could be starting the trend reversal here, a big one. We talked about it earlier, so let's see what happens. But anyhow, I think on Wednesday, sorry, I like to sneak things in there. So that's all I'm giving ADA. That's the only airtime I'm giving ADA. No offense, somebody likes ADA, but I firmly believe if you're going to buy ADA, you might as well just buy Algorand. Please. Don't buy ADA. Nefarious players. They're into the balls deep with the WEF. You know, I have... Anyhow, DXY. So I think we're going to raise 25 basis points is the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. That's the bottom line. So the DXY is doing what we thought. It's doing what we thought. We're going to get rejected somewhere around here, likely. We should get rejected. 25 basis points on Wednesday. Do you guys think if we get 25 basis points, we run up? Or we have a move down? Honestly. What do you think would happen? Do you think we would move up or down if we got 25 basis points in the US dollar? And this is an honest question. Remember, this was the last hope here, was to form this inversion. We came up and got rejected. Hope over. If we get rejected here and don't come up in a very big way, we got a big problem. I'm not saying it's not worth buying. I'm saying for me, it's not worth buying for me because I think algo is a better proposition. But I'm not saying it can't make you a lot of money. Secretly, I want to buy. I'll be honest, secretly, I want to buy on FOMO Fridays one day, or just personally, maybe I'll do it with the audience. I want to buy a couple thousand ADA just to have it on the side. I do think it's going to go down further, likely. That's why I showed the chart I did. It's either going to be a trend reversal where it's at right now and hold that 20-day in the daily, or it's going to continue pushing down. That's why I wanted to show everybody. I don't hate, for the record, I don't hate ADA. Everybody gets the wrong impression. I actually personally love ADA. It's just when it comes to some of the players I hate who are involved. But I hate some of the players involved in all of them. I talk about it with XRP, so don't think that's going to be your big judgment. I think ADA is a sleeping giant in a sense because it's another form of a payment processor. If you look deeper into it, a lot of countries are starting to use it as a currency. Well, as money, actually, if you think about it. So it's planned out, though. So you're going to have the nefarious player, and that's one of them. It's going to put ruffles. I have zero question algo is going to pass ADA in the long run. Zero. If algo doesn't pass ADA in the long term, which, you know, I would be stunned. I would be stunned. I don't think there's any way that Cardano can outlast the Algorand network. There's no way. It can't. I could be wrong. JW, I hope you know. I know you're loving this journey. I hope you know I've stayed on extra long just for you. I would have been out of here 30 minutes ago if it wasn't for you. No joke. I'm not even joking. I would have been long gone. But I wanted to keep this vibe going for you. I think it's a majestic vibe. Jim Holmes, 25 is already baked in. Yep. I 100% agree with you that it's being baked in 25. So, I can't even express how much I agree with that. Adobo, so I can buy it lower, likely. But hey, I'm not a financial advisor, so, you know, you got to make your own decisions, too. If I'm not covering a token every single day, I wouldn't take my, just me going over it for 32 seconds. But I'm just showing you, if it does break that 20-day, you'd be able to get it lower. If it holds the 20-day, you got to remember some levels can obviously go up and then, you know. Darren, welcome in, mate. Well, you know, the world works in a mysterious way. You know, when there's good energy and good people, we stick around so everybody can be involved. Oh, let me just catch up here with everybody. Carlo, it's all planned out indeed. Crypto Scrooge, we need it, Tom. Just a bit, brother. It was my best gainer in 2021. Yep. It could very well be another gigantic gainer because it came down from over $2 down into the 30-something cent level. So, let's see. Brandon, hey Tom, do you think XDC can go back to 2.5 cents? That's a good question. That's a good question. We'll take a look one more time at XDC after this chart. No, this is what we wanted with algo. We'll look at algo too. I talked about algo a long time ago, that I would start buying it when it was in the same position as XRP. We're getting there, folks. We're almost to exactly where I want it. And I'm just waiting for one thing to confirm or reject. That's it. Jim Holmes, thank you for agreeing with me. I greatly appreciate that on algo. Joe Blow, anyone know what Charles Hawkinson was doing in DC? I don't know, but something's going on there. I don't know. I couldn't find any real information. It is better late than never, Darren. I got you in tears, JW. Hopefully good tears. Hopefully good tears. No problem, Darren. No problem. Art, what are your thoughts on old Vincenzo calling your baby DGB garbage? Well, old Vincenzo doesn't understand the Internet of Things, so I don't really care what anybody says, even my brother or not. I have no, this is positivity, so all I can tell you is you're going to trust who you trust. But I put a lot of faith into DGB, the Internet of Things, and the fact that it's for the people. They're running something different with their ecosystem. Look at DigiShield on top of that. There's a lot of stuff going on. So, me personally, I believe in Digibyte. If you're here for me, it shouldn't matter what anybody says. You should be putting stock in what I say. JW, what's going on, not what's going on. No problem, JW. Richard, what's going on, my friend? Welcome in. Thanks, Darren, for agreeing. George Papanikolaou, when's a good time to buy XLM and XDC? Oh, before the run up, but that's up for your interpretation where a good time to buy. For me, I can't even think about buying any more of XLM until it's 20% below the 6.9 level. And XDC 20% below approximately the 296 level. So for me, they're not good buys until under there, but it all depends. It all depends. Given how many countries still follow English law with shipping, I think XDC about to go crazy after. Yep, XDC's way undervalued when it comes to algo, right there with you. I appreciate that, JW. White Tiger XLM is behind that. It sure is. Mr. E, welcome in. Crypto Scrooge agrees as well with algo. Awesome. See, a lot of people understand. So these are the important levels that I've left up because the formations are set up still. I didn't delete the formations. The US dollar officially dies when we break this and use it as a resistance. Then it's going to come way back down to the bottom, but it's going to be a big breakdown of this formation. So if we get rejected, the two levels left here is 101.16, 100.34. We came back up and only used this looks like a small V-shaped recovery, but it's coming right up to the 20-day for rejection. This looks like, to me, the US dollar, it's tricky. It's tricky. If it gets rejected here, it's coming down, and it would lose the 200-day, and this should bring us down to the uptrending support at 96.64, $96 area approximately. The question is how does it react? Because the only thing I could see happening, given this any hope, is ba-boom, ba-boom. Somehow, you get a bounce like that, and then it comes even lower. That's a massive break. I mean, this is a terrible looking pattern. This looks like it needs to come down and at least retest the pattern uptrend to see if there's any hope left. Because that looks brutal. This looks brutal. It couldn't even hold the formation. So, to me, 25 basis points, what's it going to do to the dollar? I don't know. We could try to come back up, though. If we hold the 101.16, you see that we're about to have a golden cross here in the 2 hours. That would signify a very short-term pattern reversal, which would likely bring us up to the next resistance and see if we're still rejected up there, and that's about 102.60. I know there's a lot of room in between there, but the dollar runs in sections. It's just what it does. So, and you'll see it every time it happens. So there's really no point of getting yourself caught up in all the movements. So that's that. That's what I think with the US dollar. Other than that, if it can't break up, if we see it below 101.16 and get rejected at any point, we should be coming down pretty far. It's just we still need to break through the low that the dollar put in, because, you know, they're always pumping it up. But this looks like a rising channel somewhat forming, or just doesn't look very promising. But, you know, with market manipulation, you never can tell what they're going to do. Right now, B2 Gold has come back down to my buy-in. So if you're interested, this should still be coming down. It's on a, well, maybe not. It's kind of on an inverted head and shoulders pattern. Wait a minute here. Came back through the weekly. So maybe it will hit our target we talked about. What everybody knows, I'm hoping it comes back down here to $3.12. But this was my first buy-in zone, so I had to buy it. But I'm hoping it comes down here. We'll see what happens on this formation, because it broke out. And I said I'm not buying it until the retest area, which we did. And now it's coming back down. Now it's back down to 358. So we'll see. That's B2 Gold, 4.4% dividend. And for anybody who was listening yesterday, the day before, I talked about VOD at $9.48. And it pays a 10.4% dividend. So I wanted everybody to realize that. And it had a very big downturn, but it was putting in this formation that looked like it was starting to create inversion here. So, and it looked like it put in this triple bottom formation, and now it looks like it created a very quick inverted head and shoulders, like a right arm. Maybe it's coming up here now. So I told everybody it looked like it was going to at least come up here. So we'll see what happens. And on a 10.4% dividend annually, you know, it gives you time to let it kind of do its work if you can find a good spot. And yeah, we're winding this down, everybody. I greatly appreciate 236 likes. I don't know how we're going to top this, but we will one day. Kinross right here, $4.97. Severely undervalued. I'm disappointed in myself for not having any Kinross, but I had to go one way or the other, B2 Gold or Kinross with what I was doing. So I decided to go in on with the higher dividend, which is Kinross. You're poor, Adam, and have 5,000 invested in XRP. Well, if you don't want anything else other than XRP, you know, that's your decision. Some people are spreading it around in the Internet of Things and iOS or ISO 20022 tokens. I think Gala is going to be something pretty big. I haven't really got into it as much, but you know, but yeah, Kinross is another one. Gold looks like it's going to have a reversal soon, but we don't know where it's going to happen. We can't get out of this formation. I've talked about this a lot. Once we get out of this formation, we got some room here. We got some room. If we can break over this $2,100 and hold it, we got some room up to $2,447. It's uncharted territory, but we have room. But we need to break the formation. So until that happens, we can't go nowhere with gold. Silver, the gold-silver ratio, if you're looking to buy silver, back up to 80.39. I have a strategy with silver. I buy it at 80 to 1 or greater, and then I switch it out for gold at 40 to 1, and then you get to keep 40 ounces of silver and get an ounce of gold. It's a beautiful strategy. It takes years and years and years for it to flip from one to the other, but I use that philosophy. I only buy a little bit of gold along the way when it's at proper levels. And then Fortuna Silver Mine taps into the silver price. And Fortuna Silver Mines is having a breakout here as well. So it gets back on top of this line. This is an uptrend that it broke below for quite some time. And now it looks like it's finally trying to break over this. Got its confirmation, broke down. Now if it can hold this and not break below $3.34, that could be a prime opportune buying opportunity. It looks like it's getting ready to have a huge move. Once silver starts moving, Fortuna Silver Mines is going to have a gigantic move. The only reason I don't park my money in it while it's consolidating and it's in B2 Gold is because B2 Gold pays me a dividend while it's sitting there. Fortuna Silver Mines at this press time does not. I don't think it's a bad idea to have Gala. I obviously don't know where you bought it or anything like that because I don't follow the chart. But, you know, if you believe in it. I can't really look at all this stuff. I'm running out of time, guys. But this, I'll take a closer look at. I love Matic. Anybody who knows, I love Matic. And Matic is the one that I lost track of because I was covering XRP and doing all my stuff at the bottom. I'm so pissed off at myself that I don't have 10,000, well, not 10,000, But at least a couple thousand shares of Matic down there at 32.90. I'm pissed at myself. That's one I got let get away. But I can't follow everything and get everything. Theta's another one. I've watched this thing come down. And Theta's come down. It's crazy to think about it. It's come down from... And I only knew Theta because of my cousin. My cousin bought Theta. And this is nothing right here. I mean... Going up all the way to there. But if that's the perpetual futures, it actually was higher, but the one that still gets me is Filecoin being at $4.52, and I've talked about this so much. Filecoin had a run at one point. This is just Tether, but it was up at $800 and something Filecoin. So imagine somebody's holding this at $600-700 and it's at $4. Can it ever get back up there? Filecoin plays a role in the IoT development, so we'll see. Somebody asked about XDC, and then I'll take a look at Bitcoin. I don't know how many people are left. Still 109 people watching. Greatly appreciate all of you. We're winding down here, but I wanted to... Oh, here we go. Look. XRP at least is still holding... I got to look at XRP real quick because the 8 o'clock close happened. It at least still held. I'm going to have to go in and help Julie too, so I got to go here in a second. So we're doing exactly what we talked about, so... Let's just see if we can hold the 67.3 or 65 cents if it comes down. And see if we can get a rejection up here. If it is going to come down or reject up here roughly. Or get a rejection on the pattern breakdown. So, but in the immediate short term, it's looking a little bearish. Longer term, I think XRP is still looking good. Still looking good. We just need to have this proper correction. One last look at XDC to answer that question. And if you want to show some support, you can join Tom's Army or send a YouTube super chat. We're running out of time here. Make sure you hit that like button and share this. It would be a great gift. So resistance here. So XDC, for anybody following, we had a pattern drawn out. It broke through. We had a technical target drawn out before the move up. Didn't know it would happen this quick, but it did. It came. Yes, Jules rules indeed. She's staring down a fist surgery right now, so she's prepping for it. So positive vibes from everybody for her and some prayers. 575 here. 575 was the technical target. Came back up, hit it a couple times. It looks like it's either a broadening wedge or if we get rejected here, it would be a falling channel. So that's what I've got here with XDC. And if it breaks up and holds and it goes to the top of the broadening channel, you come up here. But if you get rejected up here, this is a W reversal here. So if you can get on top of that and hold the 575, this is likely coming up to the 6667 area. Is where it would come up. So that's that. And then hey Zoom Master, welcome in. Make sure you watch this from the beginning because I'm winding down here. 244 likes. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. And then Bitcoin, everybody. I promised I would show Bitcoin right at the end. This is what we drew for Bitcoin. Remember, if we were going to have a bullish move, we'd have to make that inverted head and shoulders pattern. The problem with Bitcoin right now is what's going on here. If Bitcoin gets rejected at this, we broke down the broadening wedge, ladies and gentlemen. We know it's a broadening wedge because, and if you don't know what a broadening wedge is, support, resistance, support, resistance. It's expanding, so support, resistance, support. You need 2 hits of higher highs, lower low simultaneously. Lower low, or support, resistance, lower low. So here's a low, here's a lower low, here's a high, here's a higher high, here's another lower low. But now if we get rejected here, and this is at 29,192, well, how did we know it was going to go from there to there? Well, not just that the broadening wedge mapped out to it perfectly. That was a technical target on the breakdown from this. We already knew. On a rejection here, the technical target was 29,192. We're lining it up, everybody. We came out of a channel. The bottom of the channel is down here at 28,490, or what is it right here? 28,373. The bottom of the broadening wedge, though, if you break this, the technical target on a breakdown, 25,194. I don't even need to look. That's the technical target on the breakdown. So, you know, H2O Alien, welcome in. Keep it on, keep it on. A mod in the house, one of the longest standing subscribers, viewers. He's got the 589 next to his name. Over 2 years in Tom's Army. He's been around here since there was nobody watching. Early 2021. So, watch Bitcoin. If we get rejected right here, ladies and gentlemen, if we get rejected right here, it's a big problem. You need to come above 29,192. And I don't know how else to say it, but if you get rejected here, it's going to be a big dump. Well, not a big dump. Not yet, because we would still have to break the channel at 28,400. But that's a bear flag that looks like it's forming. If it continues doing this, this could possibly form into a very bearish pattern. Right now, we want it to do what I'm showing. Remember, I drew that out. It came down farther, though. So, I guess, you know, it's going to be interesting. Great to be in the live first time in a while. Appreciate that, Kibitz. Unfortunately, I'm about to log off here. I apologize. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around until the very end. Appreciate that, everybody. I got to go, though. I got to go help Julie. We set a record here with 247 likes. That's unbelievable in the live. So, thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. JW, everybody keep JW in your prayers as his father passed away 1 month ago today. So, really, everybody, I appreciate each and every one of you. White Tiger, have a good night. There is a reason for that. No FUD, brother. Nope, and I never will. And I'm starting to see exactly what everybody's saying now. Jose, going to try and watch the lives, brother, while I'm on vacation. I appreciate that, Jose. I really do. Enjoy your time in Mexico and be safe. Is it a good time? Oh, yeah, Algo. Sorry. I forgot about you. Not that I forgot about you, but I forgot about Algo. Algo, I've got this drawn out. So, is it a good time? I was either going to buy Algo right here, if that's where the inverted head and shoulders pattern was created. I'm still not convinced yet. I need this to form, and then if we get a hold of support, I'll start buying at 11.7. A breakup and retest is where I would start buying it if it holds. Or we're going to come down here to 0.244 likely. It could either be here too. So if it breaks this, it could even come down to 0.666 ironically. So I'm either buying it at 11.8, 666, or 0.244. I just don't know where. So, but Algo might fall back into a pattern I drew out for it, and if it is, this would be a beautiful structure to start buying it in. A beautiful structure. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this, make sure you hit that like button. If you're trying to find a place to trade crypto, because everybody always asks me, I probably should share this more often, but I'm trying to find you more and more places. We know Uphold, but some people are pissed because Uphold went down, yada, yada, yada. During the time of crate pumps and dumps, but they've got a lot of active liquidity that's moving around. But FEMX, make sure you have FEMX. They didn't go down one time. It's another on-off ramp. You don't need to do a KYC in the United States, or VPN, I should say. KYC if you're using a bank account or something. But if you're just sending crypto from like Uphold or somewhere else so that you can do something, you can do 50,000 a day. So just keep that in mind. If you want to show support, join Tom's Army. You can send a YouTube super chat or just simply hit that like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, everybody. And the last thing I want to say for everybody who's still here, because if you're here until the end, you care the most. And I know you'll hear the message. 79 people, or yesterday we went over 17,000 subscribers. I don't even know how to properly thank everybody. I have a goal for the end of the year, 17,500. I see now that we're at 17,101. So we put over 100 subscribers in today. We were at 17,000 when I went to bed last night. 17,001. So I thank everybody. Honestly, Bob Ross moment indeed. JW. Thank you, everybody. Mr. Tony Carter, I thank you for the continued support, my friend. Thank you so much. Man's been around since the beginning. Been around since the beginning. Let's see, I got something for everybody. An oldie but a goodie. Sunny days. Sunny days. Here again. Sunny days. Here again. Sunny days. Here again. Sunny days. Here again. I wear glasses cause I'm so cool. I can predict the charts. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days. Join Tom's Army for $9.99 a month. I think this is JW. I think this will be a good little message from Mother Second Choice. And I'm not gonna put anything on here. Like, I'm not putting like advertising or anything on here. I know Mother Second Choice gives me the express written consent for this. And as a matter of fact, Mother Second Choice, Tony Carter's in the house. He's in I call them the greatest band on earth. They're over in the Outback in Australia, professional touring. Popular, but for some reason they let me play their music and they don't copyright it or nothing. So JW, listen to this from Mother Second Choice. And if you want to share Tony Carter, for anybody who wants to find your music, please leave a link in the comments while this is playing. For sure, so I keep self-medicated at home. Will you still love me when beautiful, Mr. Carter, just beautiful. My personal favorite.
Have you heard about the pearly gates? Don't you know about the darkness within? If you go around lighting fires on, you better know how to blow in the
Whoops. I got no problem starting it over. Somebody said, is this Led Zeppelin? For that comment alone, we are honored. This is actually Mr. Tony Carter, mother's second choice. He's in the outback of Australia. Might as well be Led Zeppelin. It's a great comparison. So let's continue. Whoops. That's a good one too, actually, but shit. No. Okay, so anybody who's still paying attention, I used to do this back in the old days as a way out. 64 people, that's incredibly awesome. I'm just going through the charting. We're going to listen to Mother's Second Choice. It's soothing. I love it. Gets me in the right mindset. And I'll leave after I get done with the charting. So I'm just saying bye to everybody. Thank you all so much. Continue blessing to you, JW. His father passed 1 month ago today, so continue to say his prayers. In the name of Jesus. Amen.
Have you heard about the pearly gates? Don't you know about the darkness within? If you go around lighting fires on, you better know how to blow in the wind.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.